Welcome boys. In this video we're going to be replacing the thermostat in our 2005 Dodge Neon. Thermostat is in this housing right here. You just remove these two 10s. There's one up there, one under there. That guy. And then this is the thermostat we're going to be replacing. Now we're full of coolant, so I'm going to use my turkey baster, suck that out, and then put it in a container. Otherwise, once you undo those two, you're just going to make a huge mess. So I'm going to get some sucky action, and then I will come back. Alright, I got about a little less than 16 ounces of coolant out of there, which is about all I can get. But I can still see some sitting in there, so when I pull that hose off, some is going to drip out. But that is what it is. But the point is, we're trying to minimize the amount of coolant loss and the mess we're going to make. So, if I can keep 16 ounces, roughly, we'll just say 14, since I can't tell. I just know it's less than 16, but only a little. That's good enough. Now, reasons you might want to change your thermostat: it's either stuck open or it's stuck closed. If it's stuck closed, your engine's going to overheat, because you can't get the hot coolant out of the head and the block and into the radiator. Or in the case of this car, it's stuck open, which means the engine never reaches operating temperature. Using my scan tool, I can see the engine only gets to about 170, depending on the ambient temperature, and it's constantly flowing straight out of the engine and into the radiator. Just a constant flow. It's not staying in there for any significant amount of time. Which means when it's cold out, you ain't got no heat. I'm sure the engine likes running nice and cool, but I don't like freezing to death. So we got to do something about that. So with just a deep well 10mm socket for the top and the short extension, I'm able to get the first 10 off, the bottom 10mm. I am using the same deep 10mm socket with the long extension. You can see we have some drippy drips now. Once I get this screw off, get the old thermostat out and replace it. Let's see if I can spin that by hand now. Sorry for the constant clearing of my throat, but I'm a little ill, you see. Because in hindsight, I should have got the electric ratchet and made this job 10 times easier. At this point, I'm too lazy to go get it, so manual ratchet it is. Enough now. It is. Okay. Let me get some pry tool. Thermostat's out. The new one. notch on this ring on the top. You can see in the housing where that notch goes, so you can't mess this up. It only goes on the one way. Make sure the spring is towards the engine. Just gently put this back where it was. My thermostat's wanting to come out of the housing. Stop it. You. And get some help. Go where you need to be. Trying to apply pressure here so that my thermostat and that gasket does not come out of this housing and get crushed and oriented wrong or something. I want this to be a nice easy repair for once compared to the thermostat, which should have also been easy on my Dakota. We don't want them problems on this Neon. Alright. Snugging that up just a little to keep everything in place. I'm going to snug up the bottom now, all the way, and we'll tighten the top all the way, refill it with the coolant. We lost a little, so we need at least 16 ounces, maybe a little more, to fill this back up. Top off the reservoir a little bit, and that's it. We're golden, boys. Take this to work today just to make sure that the heat works, and then Katie can have her car back. I've been letting her drive the BMW so she has heat, and I've been driving the Neon and just suffering in the cold until I had the day off. I could change this. Snug. Snug. I'm sure there's a torque spec on this. I didn't look at the Haynes or the Chilton, so I don't know it, so we're just going to go tight. But not too tight, remember this is plastic housing. That's kind of tight. If we had a metal housing, we'd be going full send. That's pretty tight. Alright, that's going to be good enough for me. Alright, that's it, boys. So you replace your worn out, beat up old thermostat. Replace it with a good one. It'll hopefully last a little longer than 2 years, 1 year, whenever the last time I replaced this was. Alright, catch you boys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.